Good morning. We'll give just a moment to clear the waiting room. Good morning. This is the voting hearing of the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Thursday, July 11th, 2024. This morning's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the city of Boston's website. While the public is encouraged to attend, no additional testimony will be accepted this morning. Begin with the license premise inspection hearing, which occurred on Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. Item number 1, ATG Inc. doing business as Cleary's, located at 331 to 335 Columbus Ave. Date of the incident, December 17th, 2023. Assault and battery, employee on patron in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A. And uncooperative with police in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Board's Rule 1.10A and B.
Thanks, Danny. As far as the assault and battery employee on patron, I was not able to get to an assault and battery there. No one the testimony was that no one saw it or how it started, but I did see a violation for uncooperative with the police. An employee refused to identify himself, and it took the manager's intervention to get the information to the police on time.
I agree with that. I just wanted to add a little something. This really rung a bell with me with Cleary's again. And I went back and watched a previous one. We just had an assault and battery employee, and we found no violation, but just the two of them in combination kind of raises my alarm bells a little bit. I wanted to say, if there was any way we could talk to them about, because the last one, this one, they had no videos. It was a loose cord or something. Last time they supposedly had video of the downstairs, but it didn't make a good video because of their lighting and stuff like that. And there's no video on these stairs. And I only went back one time, but I know that we've had issues on the stairs before here.
Yes.
You know, I know we can't force them to change their cameras or anything like that, but I want to express my skepticism about them showing up with no video again, or bad video. If their video doesn't record when they're running strobes and dark lights, they should fix that video so it records in those conditions. And they should consider getting video on their stairs, because if they come in again with allegations like this and they don't have video, I myself personally am ready to find a negative inference from that. So I would like to advise them of those thoughts.
I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying, and not to jump in front of you, Commissioner Saxon, but that's a repeated thing we see at the board. Oh, there's no video in this one corner, but that happens to be where, you know, these alleged assaults would take place. I'm not saying here, but other places. So it's in their best interest as a business to sort that out.
Yeah, and I'm just feeling like my tendency to give them the benefit of the doubt, Cleary's here, is running a little thin. So I'd like to advise them that these are the things that I am noticing, and you know, maybe all of us, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like something that could go in written correspondence. I agree with all the assessments.
Okay, so it sounds like the assault and battery employee on patron, no violation, but correspondence referencing the prior incident where there was also no video, pointing out to the board, to the licensee, suggesting that they have video capability on the stairs, the importance of preserving and maintaining video, and then for the uncooperative police violation as to the disposition.
Yeah, I agreed on it. That was a violation. Yeah.
Okay.
That's did I, yeah.
Right. There's
Just one more maybe just particular to here, but that video in the basement, they need to make sure it records under the conditions that exist in the basement. You know, the darks with the strobes and all that kind of stuff.
Good point.
Great. And as for the uncooperative, there is no history of that at this location.
First warning?
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 2, Big Night Venues Boston 2 LLC, doing business as Empire, located at 1 Marina Park Drive. Date of the incident, March 3rd, 2024. Assault and battery on premise, employee on patron in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A.
Was able to review the video. Appreciate the attorneys submitting it with the timestamps. That was very helpful. I was able to see that the security came in, and escorted some patrons out, but then he came back in and literally pushed a woman to the ground and then continued further to another group in the background and sort of was, in my opinion, aggressive with them. I appreciate the fact the licensee fired him. I appreciate that they submitted the video, but I do see a violation here.
Okay, I appreciate like everything you saw. I went a little bit different way. And it was more to do with, I take them at their word that they don't endorse this, that they do train their employees to not be confrontational. I think what I focused in on during the hearing was not only one employee doing, acting in a certain manner, but how everyone else around him acted. And kind of, that gives me a sense of like the culture in the club. And what I noticed was after he kind of lost it and went off script, because I think that's what happened. Other security guys came over and actually recognized that their coworker wasn't doing the right thing, and they actually stepped in and controlled him more than anything. Like a lot of times you'll see immediately the second and third in and like goes to the defense of the person who's actually the bouncer who's causing the problem in a lot of ways. So I take that as a very mitigating circumstance here. It was actually something I was looking for before I started to watch the video, like how did everyone else react around them, the other employees. So for that, when I saw that, I was tipped in the side of close, but I have a no violation.
Okay,
I didn't think that what the employee did was foreseeable. So that was what I rested on. There was no indication that the employee was going to do that. I think it was like even watching the video and I knew what was going to happen. It was still out of the blue. So
can we have correspondence? Would you guys be in favor of sending correspondence? And I would like the correspondence to note that this video actually helped with the mitigating circumstances for Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon. I'll go with you with no violation. As far as disposition of it, but I do want to docket it and send correspondence.
I mean,
it would be good. Yeah.
It was definitely a close call, and we have to kind of take them at their word that they do all this training and stuff, but I take them at their word, so it's
And that's why video helps.
yeah, it helped a lot, definitely.
So no violation, incident will be docketed, correspondence from the board that the video actually showed mitigating circumstances that led the board to a no violation. Item number 3, 1928 Beacon Hill LLC, doing business as 1928 Beacon Hill, located at 97 Mount Vernon Street. Date of the incident, April 20th, 2024. Premise operating after posted 11 p.m. closing, with patrons inside premise at 12:25 a.m. and music on, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64.
This was a situation, in my opinion, where the owner/manager of record was having an after party with her friends at her bar, past closing hours. I see a violation for that. I also want to comment that she stated she didn't understand when she could be on the premise or not. So I just like to emphasize that she should familiarize herself with the rules and regulations that are on our website. And yeah, that's it.
I agree on all points.
Yeah, particularly with identifying herself.
Yeah, there's a question of whether or not she was there. Our team said she wasn't, so. If she was, she should have identified herself.
Is that correspondence the board would like to send along with the violation? Is that just drawing her attention to our rules? What?
I mean, correspondence to drawing attention to our rules would be good.
Okay, and as to the violation, there is no history at this location.
Just a first warning.
Violation with a warning and a correspondence. Item number 4, Reservoir Wines and Spirits, Inc., doing business as Reservoir Wines and Spirits, located at 1922 Beacon Street in Brighton. Date of the incident, April 25th, 2024. Service to persons under 21 years of age in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Sections 34 to 34A, 41, 64 to 64A, and Board's Rule 1.08F.
I see a clear violation here.
Yes.
Yes, I
We
agree.
have no history.
That's correct.
what I can see, so my vote would be for a first warning.
I agree.
And item number 5, Whiskey Town LLC, doing business as The Quiet Few, located at 331 Sumner Street in East Boston. Date of the incident, May 24th, 2024. Overcrowding, 49-person capacity, house count 76, in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Board's Rule 1.03J and 1.06A and F.
My vote's for violation,
Yes,
Yes, I agree.
and given they have no history of overcrowding, I would vote for a first warning.
I agree.
Violation with a warning. Moving on to the transactional hearing, which occurred yesterday, Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. Item number 1, 89 Salem Street Market, Inc., doing business as Wild Duck Marketplace, located at 89 Salem Street, has applied for a common victualler license. Manager Kaushik Babu Koganti, hours of operation 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 2, Susu Delight, Inc., doing business as Susu Delight, located at 25 Tyler Street, has applied for a common victualler license. Manager Sue Hee Lee, hours of operation 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
Agree.
Item 3, together with item 7, Trillium at Farnsworth LLC, doing business as Trillium, located at 47 Farnsworth Street, has petitioned to change the manager of both the common victualler and Farmer Brewery Winery Distillery pouring license to Esther Tetro, and has also petitioned to change the closing hour on both licenses to 1 a.m. And they added that this would be an 11 p.m. close outside.
I vote to approve the manager of record. I believe she has the appropriate character and fitness to serve. I also vote to approve the change in closing hours, 11 p.m. outside, 1 a.m. inside.
I agree.
Item number 4, 326B LLC, doing business as Italian Tailor, located at 326 to 328 Commercial Street, has petitioned to change the DBA to Red Fox.
I vote to approve the change DBA. I would like to note that should they be serving alcohol at an additional bar, including that raw bar, that they come back to the board for approval.
I agree.
DBA is approved. The board notes that any additional service areas would require further board approval. Item number 5, CMG CP1 LLC, doing business as Cavo, located at 1 to 3 Center Plaza, has petitioned to pledge the license to Eastern Bank.
I vote to approve the pledge.
I agree.
I agree.
Item number 6, Remington Boston Employers LLC, doing business as Hilton Boston Back Bay, located at 40 Dalton Street, has petitioned for a change in ownership interest and has also petitioned to change the manager to Doug Koenig.
I vote to approve the manager of record. I believe he has the appropriate character and fitness to serve, and I vote to approve the change in ownership interest.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 7 was already approved with item 3. Item number 8, La Union Market and Butchery, Inc., located at 105 Chelsea Street in East Boston, has petitioned to change the category of the licensed business to a retail package store all alcoholic beverages license.
I vote to approve the change of category. They already had no miniature bottles, right?
Well, they were a wine and malt store before.
Okay, all
but they
right,
did
so
agree to,
yes, they
have
agreed
miniatures.
to no miniature bottles, yeah.
And should we also, we're gonna ask them if they're gonna expand the floor space
Yes.
back to us?
Danny, have we been asking them to keep the description on premise for inspection purposes?
The description is already on the face of the license.
I mean, the floor plan.
We have not. The floor plan is not generally kept. We can ask them.
We have it in our file.
We have it in our files.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, so granted with a condition of no miniature bottles and also any additional floor space dedicated to the sale of alcohol or change in the floor plan would require board approval.
Yes.
Item 9, JNT Package Corporation, doing business as ODB Liquors, located at 1253 Hyde Park Ave in Hyde Park, has petitioned to transfer the license to Surya Narayan Corporation, doing business as Hyde Park Liquor at the same location. Bhavesh Kumar Patel, manager, closing hour 11 p.m. and has also petitioned to pledge the license and inventory to Rockland Trust Company.
I vote to approve the transfer, the manager of record. I believe Mr. Patel has the appropriate character and fitness to serve, and I also vote to approve the pledge.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 10, Lola 42 Restaurant LLC, doing business as Lola 42, located at 22 Liberty Drive, has petitioned to transfer the license to Lola 42 Restaurant Boston LLC, doing business as Lola 42 at the same location. Joshua Carter, manager, 2 a.m. closing hour.
I vote to approve the transfer at the same location and to approve Mr. Carter as manager of record.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 11, Atlantico LLC, doing business as Atlantico, located at 600 Harrison Ave in Roxbury, has petitioned to transfer the license and the location to 5 Iron Golf Seaport LLC, doing business as 5 Iron Golf, located at 311 Summer Street. This is with a 1 a.m. indoor closing hour, 11 p.m. outdoor closing hour, which has since been revised to 10 p.m. Seamus O'Sullivan, manager.
I vote to approve the transfer as well as the change in closing hours and Mr. O'Sullivan as manager of record.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 12, Alston Rock City LLC, doing business as Fields West, located at 87 Glenville Ave in Alston, has petitioned to transfer the license and the location to SB 201 Brookline Ave LLC, doing business as Shybird, located at 201 Brookline Ave. Andrew Holden, manager, 12 a.m. closing hour, and has also petitioned to pledge the license to Cambridge Savings Bank.
I vote to approve Mr. Holden as manager of record. I vote to approve the pledge and the transfer.
I agree.
Great.
Item 13, Bordeaux Boss LLC, located at 160 Federal Street, has applied for a retail package store wines and malt beverages license. Monisha Misra, manager, closing time 7 p.m.
I vote to approve this application for package store license at this location. I vote to approve Ms. Misra as manager of record. I believe she has the appropriate character and fitness to serve. And I think that's all.
I vote to approve as well.
I agree.
Thank you. Item number 14, Tandab Corporation, doing business as Old Harbor Market, located at 334 East 8th Street in South Boston, has applied for a retail package store wines and malt beverages license. Devyani Patel, manager, closing time 9 p.m.
We received a ton of support, which I appreciate in the last 24 hours, a ton of support. And I understand that the food and beverage, the food offerings here are distinguishable than some of the other ones we've heard in the last couple of weeks. However, in general, I do support this application, but the however comes with, I would like some more time to take a look at the number of similar licenses that have been approved by this board in the South Boston neighborhood, not just this particular area of the South Boston neighborhood. I think it's a good application in general. I have no issues with it, but I feel like I have to do my due diligence as a member of this board to put myself in a place where I feel I'm more comfortable with the number of approvals of these types of applications. Like I said yesterday, it feels like there's been a lot of them in the last month. And I know I've been flagging these even longer. So being that it's only been 24 hours, I haven't had a chance to do that research. So my vote would be to defer this application to our next voting meeting. I'm not looking to push it down any further, but I want to feel comfortable with the public need for this type of application. I get it, there's a ton of support from the elected officials and from the members of the neighborhood and the abutters, but I want to feel comfortable with the public need.
I noticed the same thing, that it seems to be a lot of them. I share the skepticism. Even an earlier application, I think if a strong case against it had been made, I would have been very receptive to it. Same thing, I recognize the support, there's not a lot of opposition, but they get to a point, it's not just public sentiment, that goes into public need. It has to be something more than that. So I totally agree with taking our time with it. Not that I'm against it or anything like that. And You know, it probably will come out on the side of a yes, but you know, I think we need to really dial. South Boston is not that big of a place, you know, so I think we really need to dial in block by block. Exactly what's surrounding this and how fast we're going, approving more and more of them, so I agree with taking more time, but thank you.
In short, I agree.
Right, the next, board's next voting hearing is August 1st, so this matter will be deferred to the August 1st voting date. For the board to analyze the public need. Item number 15, Jadu LLC, doing business as Jadu, located at 767 Center Street in Jamaica Plain, has applied for a common victualler, wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license. Maya Mukhapadia, manager, closing time 11 p.m.
Okay, sorry, I lost my place there. I vote to approve the manager of record. I believe she has appropriate character and fitness. I do believe that the application demonstrates a public need. This is a female entrepreneur, locally owned, and should we get additional licenses from the legislature, I do believe that we should approve this pending the availability of those licenses.
I agree.
I agree.
Granted, pending the availability of a license. Item number 16 is continued to our next available hearing date for abutter notifications. Item 17, Taqueria Jalisco Orient Heights LLC, doing business as Taqueria Jalisco, located at 980 Saratoga Street in East Boston, has applied for a common victualler all alcoholic beverages license. Rachel Denise Gonzalez, manager, closing time 1 a.m.
I do believe the application demonstrates the public need for this type of license at this location. I do believe that Ms. Gonzalez has the qualifications for manager of record. My vote would be to approve pending the availability of a license for which she qualifies.
I agree.
I agree.
Moving on to non-hearing transactions, the following are applying for a new common victualler license at a previously licensed location. Item 1, 1750 Washington Inc., doing business as Nanchang Express, located at 1750 Washington Street in Roxbury. Manager Solim Ting, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 2, Just Salad, 372 Congress Street LLC, doing business as Just Salad, located at 372 Congress Street. Manager Jennifer Richter, hours of operation 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I
vote to approve.
I do as well.
I agree.
Item 3, Viva Taco Corp., doing business as Viva Taco, located at 378A Center Street in Jamaica Plain. Manager Nolbur Salguero, hours of operation 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 4, Facility Management Corporation, doing business as Beachside Cafe, located at 199 Coleridge Street in East Boston. Manager Oliver Strudwick, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Item 5, Raising Cane's Restaurants LLC, doing business as Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, located at 101 Arch Street. Manager Marcus Carter, hours of operation 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
And item 6, Sweet Cravings Inc., doing business as Sweet Cravings, located within Faneuil Hall at 1 Faneuil Hall Square. Manager Susan Luongo, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
Following have applied for one-day amendments to their existing licenses. Item 1, the Catered Affair Inc., doing business as the Catered Affair at the Boston Public Library at 700 Boylston Street, has applied to extend their closing hour to 2 a.m. with guests out by 2:30 for a wedding on August 2nd, 2024.
I vote to approve.
I agree.
I agree.
And similarly, item number 2, the same licensee, the Catered Affair at the Boston Public Library at 700 Boylston Street, has applied to extend their closing hour to 2 a.m. with guests out by 2:30 for a wedding also on July 27th.
I vote to approve.
I do as well.
Agree.
The board has before them a list of applications for special one-day alcoholic beverage licenses, which have been administratively reviewed by staff and approved by the board. And there are two items for a vote on old and new business, items which had been deferred. Item number one, this was deferred from the June 26th transactional hearing. It is a lodging house application, 40 to 41 Anderson Street LLC, located at 41 Anderson Street, has applied for a lodging house license, manager Barry Samuels.
I know we're trying to figure out exactly how our rules and regs play into the I'm having a blank right now, the
Short-term?
yeah, short-term rental regulations. Blame the heat. I vote to approve. I do think, and I'm going to, my approval comes with a caveat, should they have stays less than 28 days, they also need to abide by the short-term rental ordinance.
Yeah,
Ordinance.
like I said, I mean, I felt like I was gonna vote to approve. Might I suggest a stipulate, you know, a condition? No one nights, at least for a while, and invite them to come back and have another community process to remove that?
I like that.
Yeah, so maybe just no one nights, for the time being, for some period. I don't know how long we would do it. But then we could have them come back to remove it, and they would have to have another community process, because the neighborhood did, they said while they weren't licensed, they were still operating, and they've had problems, and they had trouble resolving them. So I just want to make sure there's at least some time period where the neighborhood has some sort of recourse to get back in front of us.
That would be the
So,
first time we've done that, but I think there's justification for it, considering the community concerns.
Would the board like to put a time certain on that no one night stay condition, or?
Well, just no earlier than they can come back.
No earlier than, so we're in July. Do you want to say October 1st, like a 3-month probationary period?
Yeah, so if the applicant wants to have removed no earlier than 3 months, they can set up another application to remove the condition.
All right, so whatever 3 months is, Danny, I think I counted incorrectly.
3 months from today would put us at October 11th.
They can come back after October 11th, should they want to.
All right, so the license is granted, with a caveat that if they are planning on having stays of a length less than 28 days, they also need to abide by the short-term rental ordinance. And the board is putting a further condition of no one night stays. Should they seek to lift that, they can apply to do so after October 11th.
Mhm.
And item number two was deferred, but this is a violation that was deferred to allow the licensee to submit video evidence and an internal incident report, which they have done. Paga Inc. doing business as Nick's Venue located at 100 Warrenton Street. Date of the incident, April 14th, 2024. Intoxicated patron on premise in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64. Assault and battery, patron on patron in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Chapter 265, Section 13A. And failure to cooperate with Boston Police and Boston Fire in violation of Mass General Laws, Chapter 138, Section 64, and Board's Rule 1.14b.
I did not see a violation here.
Yeah, I didn't have a violation.
I didn't see any.
No violation. Those are all the items before the board today that will adjourn today's voting hearing. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.